Hi dear students, welcome to business studies class. So in last video we are going to see about the techniques of scientific management. Within that also I explained the four techniques, that is the first one, functional foremanship, standardization and simplification of work, fatigue study and method study. These four methods I explained. In this video what are the next four techniques are there, no, I am going to explain in this video. So let's start. So just we have seen the functional foremanship. Within that, planning functional department, we have seen that standardization and simplification of work. We have seen about the fatigue study. We have seen about the method study. So we are going to see now the time study. So what is a time study? Time requires to perform a job and also number of worker required to do this job. Okay, so suppose one production industry is there, so within that industry to make one product there are n number of part. You can take the example for the production of car. Okay, so when you are going for the production of car, there is not only a single part, n number of parts are going to be produced, then these parts are going to be joined together. Okay, so time study, what the time study indicate, to perform each job means to perform each work or to produce each part, how many time it is required, it is going to be calculated. And to produce means to produce that each part, how many workers are required, that is also going to be calculated. Okay, so that is the main intention of time study. So what is the intention of time study? So how many time required to perform a job, and second thing, how many workers or employees required to do that job. Okay, so next one, that is a motion study. Okay, so motion study means what? Study of movement of worker while doing a work. Means what? Suppose in organization or within a company, within a industry, a number of employees are there, so they are not going to always for 8 hours continue 8 hours, they are not able to sit for a on a single chair. Otherwise they are not going to continuously 8 hours, they are not going to performing on machine. So for that in fatigue study already they are given a rest time. Okay, so rest interval also they are given. But till employees are moving from one place to another place, means they are doing movement, means by they are rising from their chairs and go to the another employees. Okay, so what that motion study means, what the how many number of time that worker it is doing a movement, or he's moving from his chair to another chair. Okay, so that movement, how many times he is doing that movement. So that is the study of motion study, means how many times of that employee is going to move from their chair. Okay, so otherwise from their place. So that is the motion study. Means movement can be two type, one is a productive and another is a non-productive. Yes. Okay, so if that employee is moving from his chair from one place to another place, so why it is moving? Suppose it is their official work, so that is the productive movement. Okay, so no problem, he can move at that time. But if it is a non-productive, means rather than the official work, for personal work he is doing a movement in organization, otherwise in their job place. Okay, so rather than the official work he is doing a movement, so that is the non-productive movement. Okay, so two types of movement, one is productive, that is carried out for work only, and another one is non-productive, means rather than the official work he is doing a personal work, he is doing a movement for a personal work. Okay, so categorize in two part and make a strategy to cut down the non-productive movement. Means what you have to do, what the manager has to do, manager should cut down, means that person should not do any personal work at a official time. Okay, so he is not going to waste any time. Okay, so that is the main intention behind a motion study. Okay, so next one is work study. Work study means it complete the things. So what are the work study? It ensures the maximum production at minimum cost, means production should be maximum or more for a minimum cost. So what it indicate? Additional or addition of all the studies, means what? Time study, motion study, method study and fatigue study. So addition of all this study is equal to work study. Okay, so in your NCERT book this is not given, but no problem, you can write addition of all this study, so that comes under the work study. And last one, that is a differential piece wage system. So differential piece wage system means what? This technique strongly advise that make a two part of employees. Means what this technique tells me, otherwise tell us what is going to tell, make the two part of employees, means who are a worker, no, make a two part of workers. So one is efficient, means who are doing a good performance, so that is a efficient worker. Make a one part of efficient worker, all efficient workers should be at one part, and another one non-efficient, who are not doing their work within a time or properly, so those are non-efficient workers. And what you have to do after making a two categories of workers, it stress on a payment is given according to the number of products produced per day. Okay, so after making the categorization of employees, one is efficient, another one is non-efficient. So efficient workers are going to do performance at any time because they are efficient, their behavior is efficient only. Okay, so no problem for that. But if you are go for a non-efficient, you try to means encourage them, otherwise you should be motivate them. How you are going to motivate, that is a work of a manager. Okay, so manager should motivate to both efficient and non-efficient worker. So who are efficient worker, once again they are going to do their performance well, no doubt that. Okay, so who are a non-efficient worker, to them manager should motivate to them. Means how you should motivate, one may be orally and otherwise by payment. Okay, so within piece wage system he described how you should give a payment in a production industry to non-efficient workers. You describe the things, means what? Payment is given according to number of product produced per day. Means what? You should describe that payment is depend upon number of product produced per day. Suppose for one product, for one production of product you are going to give a 10 rupees. Okay, so you tell to your employees how many products you are going to produce, so that much we are going to pay you. That is the piece wage system. Suppose one employee is going to produce a 10 piece, so one piece production rate it is 10 rupees, means he is going to producing 10 piece, means he is going to get a 100 rupees. Suppose another person it is going to produce a 20 pieces, so according to that he is going to get a 200 rupees. Means what? Payment is described on a basis of efficient worker and non-efficient worker, rather than same for all employees. Okay, means according to how many products he is going to produce in per day. So according on the basis of production system, you should give a payment to your employees. So that is the main intention behind this differential page wage system. Okay, so I within that also, how why it is important, because in last video I had told about the mental revolution also. So what is a mental revolution? Once again I am telling here. So within industry two groups are there, one is worker, second one is a manager. So what the worker they are going to think about manager, so they are going to think about manager will be not paid to us, means he is not going to give us salary, otherwise unpaid or underpaid, means he is going to give a less salary, otherwise he is not going to give a salary. So that is the attitude of worker about manager. Okay, so at the same time manager also going to think workers are lazy, workers are useless, they are good for nothing, means at same time manager is also going to think about the workers. Okay, so what is the attitude of manager and towards the worker, what is the attitude of worker towards the manager, we have to change here. Means we have to change the attitude of worker also, manager also, for positive thinking about each other. Why? Both workers also important for a organization, manager also important for a organization. Means work, they both should work with the harmony without making any conflict. Okay, so means they should avoid a conflict between worker and manager. So both should realize the importance of each other, because without worker, manager, who is going to do the work? So manager have nothing value. So without manager, who is going to give a work to a worker. Okay, so both are important and both should realize importance of each other. So for this we are going to call as a mental revolution. According to exam point of view, this is a very important bit, so keep it in mind. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope you understood all these things. If you have any doubt, please comment below. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Take care.